Today, I woke up to a very disturbing news. Painful, crushing, too heavy for words, too dark for a world already bruised. An 11-year-old boy, just a child, took his own life after being bullied. Yes, that's him on the screen. An innocent, fragile soul whose spirit was quietly shattered by the cruelties of others. A little boy who felt ashamed, powerless, alone, and believed that death was his only escape. Hello, I'm Leonard Akathingo, a husband, a father, author, mental health activist, founder of Popia Assistant Foundation, and the creator of Popia Mobile. I'm also a proud Namibian, African, and a 2025 Mandela Washington Fellow, speaking to you from the beautiful University of Maryland, Baltimore County. This is Soul Talk, where we speak what others whisper, and we mourn what should never have happened. Christopher, just a name to some, but to his parent, he was their morning joy, their future, their answered prayer. Now his memory and absence, a silence in the house where laughter once lived. Where did we go wrong? That's the question we must ask. Not just once, but over and over and over again. We cannot keep burying our children and calling it fate. We cannot keep watching the youth take their lives and treat it as another line in tomorrow's newspaper. Time has changed. This is not the world many of us grew up in. There was a time when hearing of suicide, your body will tremble, your skin will crawl, and your soul will ache. Now, it's becoming normal, like morning headlines, like the next football scores. But this is not normal. This is not okay. And we must never get used to it. Even when a child like Christopher dies by suicide, we must stop pointing fingers outward and begin turning them inward. What kind of world did he live in that made him believe he had no place left to run? What did we fail to see? What walls did we build between us and those silently drowning? We talk about cowardice and throw around words like a via in Oshuambo, forgetting that it takes more than courage to cry out than it does to suffer in silence. We must redefine strength. We must unlearn the language of shame and start speaking the dialect of compassion. Bullying is not a childhood phase. It is a disease and it kills. It steals self-worth, crushes confidence, and silences futures. Every school, every community, every parent must rise up and say, not again, not on our watch. Poor Christopher cannot speak for himself. He cannot tell us what happened in those final moments. He cannot describe the pain, the fear, or the darkness he felt. And That should break us all, because we didn't just lose a boy, we lost a future leader, a thinker, a dreamer, a possible father, teacher, artist, or innovator. We lost a generation shaper. To the family of Christopher, on behalf of my wife, my child, and the entire Popia Assistant Foundation, please accept our deepest condolence from a million miles away from the beautiful motherland of Namibia, standing here in the quiet corners and learning halls of Baltimore County, Maryland, in the United States of America. I send you my love, my prayers, and my pain. We are with you. We mourn with you. There are no words that can ease this kind of sorrow. No sentence can rewind time or undo this pain. But may you find strength in the promise from the scripture, Psalm 46 verse 1, that says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Hold on to that. Let it carry you through the dark. Let it remind you that even now, especially now, you are not alone. And to every parent, teacher, and guardian, please hear this. Watch your children. Listen when they go silent. Check in not just on their grades, but on their hearts too. Teach them to love, to protect, to be kind. Create safe spaces, because it's not enough to say, talk to me. We must make it safer for them to do so. Let's be intentional. Let's change how we raise our boys. Let's teach them that real strength is found in softness, that real courage is the ability to say, I need help. Let us punish bullying with seriousness, set examples, build schools not just for excellence, but for empathy, because no child should ever again feel like death is the only answer. This is Leonard Akathingo reminding you, don't suffer in silence. Speak, heal, grow. Welcome to Soul Talk. Until next time, stay real, stay brave, stay connected.